If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. Number one is that it's free. Secondly, there's creation tools that allows you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Funny enough, I am using my phone most of the times, and sometimes I use my computer. And another one is that Anchor will distribute your podcast for you for free, so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. Google Podcasts is also inclusive, and the more platforms you get, the more listens you get, and that on and on and on. And you can make money from your podcast. This is very interesting, with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast just in one place. So go ahead and download free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Just type Anchor on Google Play Store and you're good to go. Or you can type anchor.fm on your browser. Fine.
Hello everyone. It's morning here, so I'll be greeting good morning. If it's afternoon or evening, good afternoon, good evening, respectively, depending on whenever you stumble on this podcast. I hope you're having a good day, or I hope you've had a good day today. Today, it's a beautiful day, and I would love to talk about family. I'll be speaking on the topic family. My name is Oluchi Pretty Oluchi. I'll your speaker for today on this podcast session. Okay, so first of all like to define what a family is. A family from our primary school days or from our little classes was said to be a group of people who were related by blood. So a family comprises of a group of people who are related by blood. For example, we have the father, the mother, the children, and so on and so forth. And remember, we have the nuclear and the extended family. These are the two types of family we actually have. So most times we get to experience both. We get to experience the nuclear and we get to experience the extended family. I personally never experienced the nuclear family, so I really don't have so much experience about the nuclear family. My mom had me when she was a teenager, and she eventually didn't end up getting married to my dad, so I never experienced the nuclear family setup. But then I have experienced the extended family. I'm so emotional about family. I love a family setting. I love seeing people together. I love seeing people happy, and I love seeing people just feeling good about themselves, about their family. Okay, so basically, I love to define family as a group of people related by love and blood. Love because it was marriage that brought two people together to create a family. Blood because biological process happened. Okay, so right now I would want to really talk about family as a major part of the society. Family is actually one of the basic units of the society. We may not really want to think it that way, or we may not really see it that way, but actually the family is the basic unit of the society. You know why? A society started from a family. A country started from a family. A nation started from a family. Everything started from family. If you're a Christian, I'm sure you should have stumbled upon the Bible where we talked about Israel as a nation, and we always See, we always point out that Israel started as a nation. It started with Jacob marrying Rachel and Rachel's sister and then giving birth to 12 children, and that was how they became the 12 tribes of Israel. So you see, every nation starts from a family, and then the family is really an important unit. That is why once good parenting occurs in a family, actually that family stands out very well. Now, there are two things I want for us to actually imbibe in our family as a young person who is planning to get married, and or as a person who is already married and has children. This is really one of the things which I would have loved if I had a nuclear family. Number one of them is attention. I actually love attention. I like attention a whole lot, and I really feel children really need attention. Spouses, you should actually give attention. A husband needs attention, a wife needs attention, children needs attention. In the Nigerian family, most times we really don't sit down in the Nigeria setting. We really don't sit down and pay so much attention to people in our family. We really tend to form hard guy. It doesn't really matter. But then it really matters. We should really learn to really give people attention. It may really be some love languages. Some children, when you actually give them a whole lot of attention, they tend to tell you whatever they really want to say, whatever is really in their hearts, in their minds, whatever they are thinking, and that way you're able to talk to them if whatever they are thinking is wrong, or you're able to correct them, and you're able to also encourage them if whatever they are thinking is right. Another thing I would also like for us to imbibe in our families, understanding. Most times we don't really understand people in our family. For example, I've seen parents around, with the few families I've seen around or I've lived around. I've seen sometimes I'll see that parents don't understand children don't understand parents. I think at some point parents should really sit down and really try to understand children. Children actually evolve from stages, from being a baby to being a teenager to being an adult. So different stages require different sets of understanding. You should really understand, okay, this is really what is driving this child at this time. This is really what is driving this child at this time. So really we should imbibe understanding. Understanding is really necessary for a family to grow, for a family bond to stay strong. Understanding. Fathers, understand your wives. Mothers, understand your husband. And parents, understand your children. Because understanding actually is a cord. It's a cord that holds the family very strong. Okay, there are two things I actually would never want to exist in a family. I really would never want them to exist in a family. One of them is favoritism. I always used to say comparison breeds favoritism. I don't know about you, but me, comparison breeds favoritism. I really don't like people comparing me with someone else. I really think everyone have their strengths, their weaknesses, and all of that. Everyone likes something, and everyone doesn't always like something else, you get. So I used to say that one man's meat is another man's poison. So that way, I really think if you actually see a child is stronger in this aspect, and then the other is not stronger in that aspect, I really think you should never compare them. For example, if a child really loves to do house chores and the other doesn't really like to do house chores, I really think you shouldn't create a scene whereby you compare both parties. I think what you should do is you should actually encourage them by giving rewards. In psychology, we actually did a topic whereby we talked on rewards, as in giving rewards to outstanding people, and then this encouraging those this stands as a model to those who are not doing so well, so they are being encouraged, and then they are being motivated to do well. So I think that whenever a child is not doing well in an aspect, what you should do is encourage him, find ways, put measures to encourage him, to brush him or her up, instead of comparing the other child A or child B. I think what you should do is encourage them to actually reach the highest, or to maximize every potential in them. That is what I think. So we should never compare, and we should never, as a parent, have a favorite child. Having a favorite child isn't actually reasonable. Like, you had all these children, so why are you not having a favorite one when you should have just given birth and then had that one as your favorite one? So I don't understand. I think every amount of love given to child A should be the amount of love given to child B. That is it. Every child is actually different in his own way and should be loved the same way the other is loved. Another thing I would not like to exist in a family is bitterness. I really do not like bitterness. I really like forgiveness. If someone actually wrongs you in a family, please learn to forgive them, no matter what happens. I really think you should learn to put away bitterness and forgive them, whatever they did. I may not really understand the gravity of what they've done, but anytime you forgive people, you're just at peace with yourself and with everything around you. You know when you're bitter, at times it leads to depression and all of that. So why don't you just avoid depression, avoid things that will pull you down mentally, psychologically, and just forgive whoever it is and whatever they've done. And another step of forgiveness I love to do is or an act of forgiveness I love to do is forgive and then put them away. I think most times when people do something to me and then they are family, and then I really can't beat them or scream or do a whole lot of things, what I usually do is forgive them deep down in my heart and then put them away, just keep them away, far from you, you understand, so that they don't tend to hurt you more, or they don't tend to destroy your happiness and your peace of mind. So, but then all I am saying is you should make sure you forgive. You shouldn't be bitter. I know some people are so annoying, so annoying. Humans are so unpredictable. But what I really want you to do at the end of the day is forgive. Forgive and then put away. Forgive and then love from a distance. That is really what I would love you to do. Okay, that's all on family for now. I'd love to come again on this podcast section to talk about so many beautiful things and so many beautiful experiences. For now, have a nice day and have a beautiful day. Thank you.